100% college tuition reimbursement.
Hey, we sure will, Tim Jarvis. But man, get to the front now, Memphis. You've got to come up here. It's been hot all the time up here at the announcer stage, and it's going to get even hotter. What you're going to appreciate now is we are talking about some cooler weather than we saw yesterday. Guess what we get out of these aircraft? We get higher climbs, we get faster speeds, and it's about man and machine. And we're going to get ready. This person coming in, he's a lieutenant colonel. 24 years protecting our freedom. He's from Lakeville, Minnesota, and we are going to get ready for Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt coming in, air show right, hot. This aircraft he's coming in is a single-seat MXS. It's built in North Carolina, 1,250 pounds, 340 horsepower. Showing you, listen to the clock, Memphis. This routine today, get prepared, Memphis. We're going to be looking at positive 11, negative 8 Gs. 8 times John's body weight, wanting to rip him out of the cockpit. All right, here we're going. He pulled it vertical right off the bat, testing our skies. Hey, man, we have some ceilings up there. We're still going to get some vertical. Hanging on the big MT prop. It's a big composite 3-blade. Upside down vertical. What's going to happen? It's the flat spin. You've all seen Top Gun. This is what got Goose in Top Gun. John's hanging in there. Upside down, he does just the opposite. He pulls it back up to upright flat spin. This is just incredible flying. Maybe Maverick needed Tim Jarvis to go take a couple lessons here from John Klatt as he's diving back down into tarmacs, coming back in the windscreen in a hurry.
During John's full performance here this afternoon, John will be experiencing up to 10 positive Gs and nearly 7 negative Gs. And air show right now, climbing up with a vertical tumble and air show right. From there, he'll catch it and fly it off. Now we see John demonstrating the horsepower of that IO 540, that engine producing over 340 horse. As he turns things around, he'll trade off that altitude for some air speed, working at speeds of nearly 250 miles an hour. Working up over the top, watch closely as he gets to the top of the maneuver. He'll roll wings level and give a big outside negative G push. Nearly 7 times the force of gravity trying to throw John outside of the cockpit of that MXS.
You're right, Tim Jarvis. What we were talking about there is about 1,100 pounds against that 5-point hooker harness, wanting to rip them out of the cockpit. Again, this aircraft all composite. That's how we get it down to 1,250 pounds. Compare that to your average Cessna, which is double the weight and half the horsepower. These planes are fuel injected, inverted oil systems. That is what allows us to maintain this inverted flight for prolonged periods of time. And Friday was fun, Saturday was hot, but again, we're talking about the cooler temperatures. Right up here at the announcer stand, I can hear the bark as he's coming by, Tim.
Now from air show right, John's going to turn things around and set up to demonstrate some precision flying skills. Jeff talked about it earlier. The MXS, entirely composite built aircraft. That airplane originally made popular by the Red Bull Air Race series, weighing in at 1,250 pounds. As John dives in, he'll roll wings level, nose up ever so slightly, and count with me as John will tick off 8 points in the hesitation roll. Here we go, wings level, nose up ever so slightly, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now rolls on the way out, over 400 degrees per second. He'll pull back up into the vertical, demonstrating that horsepower once again of the IO 540. Over 330 horse. At the top, watch closely. Here comes a stick all the way forward into what we call the Powerball.
Man, just an incredible Powerball, and what spectators that aren't pilots cannot appreciate that 8-point roll. When he goes to knife edge, the rudder is what's holding him up level, and if you notice, you do not even have to be a professional judge to notice Tim. John maintained the aircraft right down the runway, and we maintained the exact altitude all the way down. It was an incredible flight today.
Now forcing the aircraft through a series of high-speed stall snap rolls on top of the loop 4 times around, known in the aerobatic world as the quadruple avalanche.
Hey, the snap roll, different than the aileron roll, that unusual twist up there. It's a quick jerk of the stick back all the way to his waist, and then a mash of the rudder all the way to the floor.
And there's those outside negative G's, nearly 7 times the force of gravity, trying to force John outside of that cockpit. As he rolls, he's going to climb back up to the north at nearly 3,000 feet. You may ask, why does he do this? Really, a number of reasons. One, to simply let that IO 540 cool down. He's going to tighten up his straps, make sure all the engine instruments are in green as he gets set for today's second half of this afternoon's performance.
Hey, I tell you what, again, we're from Lakeville, Minnesota. We just love it down here in Tennessee. The weather has really been awesome. It's getting cold in Minnesota. Follow us. Follow our schedule, JohnKlattAirshows.com.
John, loud and clear, my friend.
Hello, amazing. What a great Tim Jarvis. What an honor to be here. So happy to be flying here. I'm fine, man. I'm letting the engine cool down a little bit. We'll be back at it in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, come visit us at the Air National Guard display. So many opportunities, over 200 career fields to choose from. GI Bill, GI Kicker. Tell you what, Tim, it's a great day to be an air show pilot, but it's a better day to be a member of the Air National Guard. Are we having fun down there? You better believe it! All right, Tim Jarvis, I'm going to send it back to you, my friend.
Alrighty, folks, what do you think so far? Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt flying his MXS, representing the Air National Guard.
Hey, a couple more things, Tim, our folks may not realize. Every time you see that smoke come on, that's a mineral-type base being vaporized in the exhaust system, and it does not just automatically come on. There's a switch on the throttle. Can you imagine all the things going on? I talked about those snap rolls. He's got to remember to turn the smoke on, Memphis, so we can find him up there in the cloudy skies today.
Now diving in with all that airspeed and energy. He'll pull back on the stick nearly 8 times the force of gravity. Watch closely. The inside tumble, that tail comes up over through the horizon, back over the nose. Around and round he goes. What a ride!
Hey, Tim, today was better than Saturday. We had 4 of the tumbles up there today.
Working right off the deck. Top speed of the MXS nearly 100 miles an hour. He'll pull back hard on the stick now. A whole lot of G's. A quick roll over 400 degrees per second.
Oh man, it's just awesome flying. You cannot even appreciate that turnaround that he did if you're up here on the announcing stage. He was coming right at us, a left-hand pull. Again, we had about an 8G pull right in front of us down here in the announcing stage today.
Well, you heard John mention it earlier, a long-time member of the Air National Guard. We invite you all day long to stop on by the Air National Guard's mobile experience to learn more about the Air National Guard. Like John said, not only aviation, but nearly 200 different career fields to choose from. You can't miss it. They're set up behind the tower. Come stop and say hi to your local Tennessee Air National Guard recruiters.
Man, Tim, I gotta catch you here. If you took your eyes off him for 1 minute, off to our air show right, he hung that thing 4 times vertical up there, and then we're just hanging on the big easy drop. If that thing wasn't an MX, it would have stalled and came down to the ground in a hurry.
Now, once again, demonstrating the horsepower, he'll haul back on the stick, hanging it there. Hanging on the prop now, he'll face the nose into the wind. John Klatt, center stage, flying the MXS. Well, Lieutenant Colonel John Klatt getting an early start in aviation at the age of 17, earning his private pilot's license at the local FBO in Lakeville, Minnesota, where John resides today with his wife Debbie, his daughter Lynn, and son Danny. After high school, John attended the University of Minnesota in Duluth, where John was first introduced to the Air National Guard. Upon initial pilot completion training program, John was assigned to C-130s, flying missions all across the world. Then later, in 1996, he to transition to the F-16. John served 3 deployments over the skies of Iraq, direct support of the men and women flying the F-16.
Hey, if you guys were listening to Tim Jarvis, did you catch that? Protecting our freedoms, allowing us to have a beautiful Sunday here and having a whole lot of fun. Man, we were just talking to John when he was climbing in the cockpit, and it was incredible. I thought we were going to see an abbreviated show here with the ceilings. It looks like John's throwing it all out there at us, Tim.
Yeah, he's definitely getting it all in there. There we see the outside. We saw the inside tumble. There's the outside tumble. as he works up over the top now, hanging by those straps in the inverted position. He'll roll back into the upright. Now on a big pull, he'll hang it on in up to the pinwheel, a cartwheel of sorts as he kicks a whole lot of rudder in. Diving back down now at a top speed of nearly 250 miles an hour, having a blast. Here's Sunday.
Hey, you folks on the front cowl of this aircraft, we have a GoPro camera. Go to JohnKlattAirshows.com and check out some of these videos. You're going to see the live footage from the show today. And trust me, when you were just talking about that cartwheel, that is going to be an amazing experience even from down here on the ground.
John Klatt hanging it all out on center stage. Let's see how long he can hold it here, Jeff. Doing a good job working it into the wind. Backing it up slowly. There he goes. He'll push the nose over, getting the wings flying again. As he pushes that nose down through the horizon.
Tim, you've been around this way too long. That was not slowly. He was coming backwards about 70 miles an hour back there. I think something that maybe only us pilots that have had a little bit of experience could appreciate that.
From the inverted position, give him a big wave as he comes by from airshow left. From that position, all the control inputs opposite, so he'll give it a little bit of a push now, rolling back out to the right. Saying thank you all, Memphis, for having us here this week. A great time indeed. A special thanks to all the airshow fans. On behalf of us all at John Klatt Airshows, we want to say thank you for coming out here. A special thanks to Rick Grissom, all the men and women that put this great event together.
Hey, and especially here from Jeff Overby as well. Definitely want to thank Wayne Boggs, our air boss here today. Exceptional challenges with the weather, keeping us organized, keeping us safe, and then what an honor and what a pleasure to get the microphone handed over from 21 years of experience. A Bill Barber Award winner, an Airshow Hall of Famer. Back to you, Danny.
Thank you, Jeff Overby. Thank you, Tim Jarvis. A great weekend for your teams and a great job of announcing. Now, folks, look out on the runway. Remember, great.